Hi there, it's Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters, and today we're going to be talking about basically pipe burst claims, burst pipe claims, pipe break claims, some of the things on what I see wrong that people do, how to correctly file your claim, and the steps you need to take from 1 to 10. Although there's not that many steps, but you get the idea as far as there's a chronological order that I think is best for you to follow when you have these type of claims. So let's get into it. So like I mentioned, this is going to help you ensure the best results for your claim and the steps you should take probably when you're dealing with these types of claims. So number one, you're best off in actually contacting a plumber before doing anything, even before you contact your insurance company. Part of the reason why you want them, and you're going to need to what they call mitigate your damages, okay? So it doesn't make any sense to contact your insurance company. You still have this leak going on. Get a plumber out there. Slab leaks, those are going to be a little bit more complicated. But if this is a pipe break that you have behind your wall, something under your floors, a cast iron pipe situation, contact a plumber first so you know what's going on. If there's any type of, if it's a large repair that has to be done, maybe you can have a temporary repair made first, okay? So second step is you want to contact the water mitigation company. Now, as you can see on this slide, some of these water mitigation contracts, it will say that if the insurance company doesn't pay them within 90 days, they can come after you for that money or put a lien on your house. What you want to do, protect yourself. You want to ask them that before they come out. Now, sometimes I know if it's a bad flood, a bad water leak, a bad water break, and your house is literally flooded, you don't have time to go through this contract. But if it's a relatively minor or medium type water leak that the plumber has now stopped and you have to clean stuff up, when they get there or before you call, ask them, if the insurance company doesn't pay, are you coming after me within 90 days for the money, or will you put a lien on my house? If that's the case, ask them if they'd be willing to not do that, because there are some water mitigation companies that I have worked with in the past that what they have is attorneys that they would then hire to go after the insurance company, not after the homeowner. That's the preferred way for me. So I work throughout the whole state, and obviously I don't have contact with water mitigation companies throughout the whole state, but if the client asks me to call a few companies, I will, and I'll protect them and make for sure that they're not going to come after my client right away. Part of the reason why they do this, they just want their money now. And other good companies will wait like you until the claim is resolved. So then your third step is really, this is where you file a claim with the insurance company. Take care of your home first, notify the insurance company at the third point here. Now, you don't want to inform the insurance company 2 months down the road. Give it within the first 7 days is the best. Worst case scenario, because things happen in life, 7 to 14. Past that, you run some risk, but it's still doable to file a claim. The longer you wait, the more it can hurt you. Just know that. So when you file a claim, they're going to ask you questions. Some of the questions is going to be about the damages. Some of the questions are going to be where it happened with the leak, what happened. Some insurance companies don't take a lot of information, and some of them train their representatives to try and catch you right off the bat. So this shouldn't be an I gotcha tactic, but it is, unfortunately, from the insurance company point of view. So you want to avoid using these words, as you can see. You want to avoid words such as hidden, when the leaks are hidden, like slab leaks, leaks behind or under floors, when they're behind walls. These are the words you don't want to say. Didn't know when it existed, was there a long time, happened a couple months ago. Okay. We don't want those type of words. Now, here's the reason why. We'll get into that over the next slides, but avoid anything that has to do with long term. What you want to do, the fourth step when you're filing a claim, make sure you use these words. The leak just happened, all right? Suddenly happened, abruptly happened a few days ago. These are all very positive. And here's the reason why you want to use these words and not the words from the previous slide. So every policy reads this, okay, right here. Constant or repeated leakage or seepage is not covered. So when we look at that with your policy, they consider any long-term leak, any leak that you did not know about, any leak that has been there for weeks, as long-term, constant, repeated leakage or seepage. If it's a leak, and even though you didn't know there, and there's mold, guess what? They're going to hold that against you, and they're probably going to deny the claim. But that doesn't matter. There's a whole way that I can get around that, and I do get around that. So it's not really an issue too much. But just know that's only if you hire a public adjuster. If you don't, you do it yourself, you're going to deny it. And then most people don't do anything after that once the insurance company denies it. But just know there's absolutely things that a good public adjuster can do and help you with. So the other key thing is when you file your claim, you want to limit your conversations with the adjuster. People get too talkative. People say so many things. And nowadays, even people like, well, I'm going to document this by email. They'll tell their significant other. The problem is a lot of these emails that I see, they say the wrong dang things in them. And it hurts their claim. So, adhere to the following. As I put here, please adhere to the following. Yes, document via emails your discussions, but be very brief in discussions. Be careful when you're talking about prices of rebuilding and what it's going to take to repair and what contractors give you. And I'll get into that a little bit more. Again, don't talk too much about the leaks when they happen. If it is truly a sudden, recently, a few days ago leak, I'm fine with that. If it's something you're not sure about, don't talk about it anymore once you file the claim. Try not to give a recorded statement. There's ways you can get around that. I do it all the time. And this one, don't be present. This one says don't be present when a adjuster comes to your home. Let me briefly touch on that. Why shouldn't you be there when the adjuster comes for the initial inspection, which is a few days after you file your claim? They're going to ask you questions, and their questions are posed not because they're curious and really want to know. They want to know if they can trap you into not covering the claim or limit the payout on your claim. I want to make sure, and most of my clients end up working in a house, so it's not a big deal, but other clients, I want to make sure that they have a friend, neighbor, loved one, girlfriend, boyfriend, dog, rabbit, whoever. Just let them in. The person can say, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not involved with this claim, and let the adjuster do whatever they're going to do. All right. So here, a lot of people don't understand this. Once you give them your cost of what it's going to cost to rebuild or repair everything, you're doomed. You're doomed. They've got you. Mike, I don't understand why. If it costs me $15,000 and I submit that, why is that so bad? Do you actually think they're going to pay you the $15,000? Or are they going to say is, well, you don't need this, that, and that, so we'll give you $11,000? Think about that. So how do you give them an estimate? Okay. So first, let's see. Let them provide their costs. Let them show their hand first. This way you can see what they're covering and not covering, and yes, their estimate will be a lowball estimate. It won't entail everything, but you don't have to get frustrated. You still have options available to you. And again, this is if you are not involved with a public adjuster. If you do get a contractor, okay, contractors don't do this, have them add in 20%. Let me see here. 20, that doesn't come off too good. Let's see if this works better. 20%. horrible zero. 20%, add it in. Contractor, your estimate's 15,000, add in 20% overhead and profit. So a couple $1,000 gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, well, I think it's always usually best to hire somebody from the beginning so that you don't hurt your claim. Excuse me. So here it is here. So you don't hurt your claim by things you say, things you did, things you shouldn't have done, so on and so forth. If you need to get a hold of me, my name is Mike Keeler with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. Here's my contact information. Trying to do these sort of videos, and hopefully you find this definitely helpful if you have any type of burst pipe claim, water leak claim, pipe that breaks, cast iron pipes. If you find this enjoyable, please feel free to leave a comment. And my name is Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. Thank you.